Hey guys, good morning. All right, so last week you guys got to finish Module 6, and so we finished with all of that. So today we get to start Module 7, and Module 7 is a fun module because we get to sort and record data, which means that you guys are going to be doing um, graphs. So you are going to be doing lots and lots of graphs. So give me 1 second. Let me close the window because you can see the window here in the glare. 1 second. All right. I think that's better. All right. So you're going to be sorting and recording data. You're going to be using objects or things to categorize. And categorize means to put things in groups, okay? And I think around the classroom we have a lot of things in groups. For example, anything that's a toy is put in one section, right? Anything that is your books, for example, in the back library, we have all the letter A's together, all the letter B's are categorized together. We have different categories like transportation, math, biography books. We have, what's a different category that we have in the back? I'm trying to think. Space, science, another category of dinosaurs. So we're kind of putting things into groups. So this is exactly what we're going to do today in Module 1, Lesson 1. Module 7, Lesson 1. So you're going to have different things, maybe animals, it may be sports, it may be foods, different types of categories. So right now, because I think it will take too long to draw animals, I'm just going to draw shapes, okay? So we're just going to categorize, sort and categorize a couple of things. So we know the shape, a square, a triangle, and a circle, right? We know those. So I'm going to make kind of like a graph. And graphs usually look like this. Okay? Sometimes they go up and down, sometimes they go sideways, or they go like this, up, down. Sometimes the graphs will go down, up. Sometimes you'll have graphs that go sideways. And so you'll get to see many different types of graphs. But today we are doing one that goes from the top to the bottom, and we're using shapes. And I'm going to go ahead and just draw a whole bunch of squares, a whole bunch of triangles, and a whole bunch of circles to sort them and record them in our data table, which is a graph, okay? So let's get started. I'm going to go quickly. They may not look cute, but I'm just trying to get these out. Okay, there we go. All right, so I have now drawn my shapes. Now I need to sort them and categorize them in their particular section that they belong in, okay? And what I like to do is I like to cross off the shape that I've already used. I like to cross it off once I have tallied it here. You can think of different ways of doing it yourself at school that would be easier for you, but this is the way that I'm going to sort them, record them, and put them in my data table, okay? So I'm going to start with my squares. So I'm going to take, okay, there's one square, and I'm going to tally it underneath the square just to figure out how many I have of each shape, okay? And we tally the same way that we tally for our table points. When we have 4 tallies going up and down, and then the last one, the 5th one, goes across. Okay? That's exactly how we're going to be tallying. We're making groups of 5. All right, so let's see. So let's get started. The first square, I cross it off and I make my line. Second, make my line. Oh, there's one more. Cross it off, mark it. The next one, cross it off and mark it. Okay, I went ahead, found all my squares, tallied them up, and I made sure that I crossed them off. Okay, I didn't have a fifth one, so I didn't have to do the line across. Next, I'm going to go to the triangles. Ready? I'm going to start at the top. Oh, here we go. There's one. Oh, there's two. Three. Oh, four. Oh, and guess what? We have the fifth one. So now I get to make my tally across. And as soon as I look at this, I know that there's 5. I don't even need to count them. Last shape, circle. Go to my circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 5 goes across. And 6th one goes on the side. Perfect. Okay, so here you have now sorted, recorded your data in a graph. You categorized, you put things into groups to make it look neat and organized. Now from here, there's going to be a bunch of questions that I may ask you, like which shape has the most points? For example, which shape has the most points? Right away, you should know that it's the circle. It has 6. There are 6 points in that one. Which one has the fewest or the least of them? It would be the square. Then I will ask you together, for example, how many points or how many tallies do triangles and squares have together? So when I say together, we know that we're adding, right? So we would add the 5 plus the 6 to find out how many of the triangle and the circle together, and we would say 11. So there's going to be a whole bunch of questions that go along with this lesson, okay? So I'm going to stop it here because it's going to take a long time to upload.